Hi everybody, and welcome to That 90s Spider-Man Show and the Weird Little Bullshit Corner, where Jack and I go on a weird journey through the world of Spider-Man comics. I have no idea what's going on, but Jack does, and it's going to be really fun. So, how are you doing today, Jack?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I've got some weird shit.
Awesome. Weird bullshit or weird shit, because I've signed up for weird bullshit, and if it's like chicken shit or horse shit, I'm out.
We can talk that out after the podcast.
Okay.
Right now, I have got some weird bullshit.
Fantastic. I'm going to head to the corner. Right. I am now in the corner, folks. Wait, what have you got for me today?
Alright, so I'm going back through all these classic Spider-Man comics, through the Amazing Spider-Man series. I'm currently in the early 80s. Personally, I think things are kind of going downhill right now. We've had a bad patch of these comics just being kind of okay. And then they started to get better. But there's some weird things in there because, obviously, when you know generally the mythology of Spider-Man, there's stuff that gets left out of that stuff. Like, I had a huge Ultimate Guide to Spider-Man massive fuck-off book when I was a kid. And that's how I learned about a lot of stuff initially, because I didn't have those classic comics to look at.
Just had this big, like, book of information.
And so I'd see, like, oh, okay, here's Will-O-the-Wisp. Yeah.
It's the actual thing.
Yeah, that's the actual thing. But,
oh my god, you guys, this is going to be fucking
crazy.
crazy.
It would have been a weird Law Bullshit Corner episode.
Yeah.
But I actually quite liked him. And so I thought he was kind of good. So I was like, I don't really have much to say about that.
I want to talk shit about Will-O-the-Wisp.
Yeah, but
Is it like a Pokemon move, like Will-O-the-Wisp?
Will-O-the-Wisp is like a mythical creature thing.
Okay.
Like a fairy or whatever.
Okay.
And then they just attributed that name to a superhero.
Oh, right. So it's like a little fairy man that Spider-Man has to...
It's a guy who can turn into a ball of light.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, anyway. That's another thing.
Digress. Yeah.
But there's good stuff like that, but that's the stuff that would make it at least get its own page in this book. You know, Man-Wolf gets his own page in the book.
Oh, yeah.
These things that kept showing up, and then there's some stuff which like gets thrown in there. A writer had an idea, they put it out there, no one likes it. Bring it back, maybe pops up somewhere else, but like...
Just kind of like left in like development hell, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of it's throwing stuff at the wall. Again, you think back to, it's hard to think now, but stuff like Kraven the Hunter... That's just Stanley had an idea of a guy who was a hunter who would hunt Spider-Man. Let's do an issue on this. People really liked him, so he came back.
Okay.
And then got more stories and have all these different dimensions to the character.
So yeah, they were kind of just like throwing shit at the wall, and some things stuck, and some things just kind of plopped to the ground.
Yeah.
And people like stepped on them and stuff like that. And
some people fall to the wayside. People like the Foolkiller.
What?
The Fool.
The Foolkiller.
Yeah, one word.
The Foolkiller.
The killer of fools.
Killer of fools. Is that like Mr. T? Like if he gets like really like upset, he starts pitying the fools and starts killing the fools.
I mean, maybe this guy. Maybe Mr. T. This is his favorite guy.
I pity the fool.
The best thing about this guy,
apart from his name,
is that he is exactly what he seems.
He kills fools.
Yes.
I have many questions, and I don't think that I can really like give them good justice until I know what the fuck is going on.
There's a lot of information here. I did a lot of random research.
Yeah.
One little tidbit I'll tell you before we go into the issue.
Okay.
Is that what do you think he kills fools with?
I want to say his gold chains.
No.
A guitar, maybe?
You know what? I'm just gonna
no, an axe.
No, he shoots them with a disintegration ray.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
He has a gun. It's like a pistol, but he shoots people, and it's like a ray of light, and they turn to ash.
And their only crime was to be foolish.
Yeah. He's also dressed kind of like Zorro. This is the front cover, I'll show you.
Jesus Christ.
All the panels and stuff for this will be on the show notes on the blog,
which
will be in the description below.
As always.
Yeah, but here's what this guy looks like.
Oh my... This looks something like weird, like ninja pirate.
Yeah, he's like a mix of a cowboy, ninja, Zorro kind of guy, highwayman sort of thing. But he's got a pistol, but it's a disintegration pistol.
If he takes a look in the mirror, he has to shoot himself. Surely, like he looks like a fool.
I mean, you take the name away, he's kind of like a one-off Doctor Who episode.
Literally, yeah.
But anyway, The Amazing Spider-Man 225.
Okay.
In 1982. And at the start of this issue, you follow these two FBI agents who are stalking through this alley in New York City.
Yeah.
They're searching for a masked psychotic killer who's gone off the grid.
Good luck in New York, man. That's just,
Yeah.
It's like 1 every 5 people.
One of them is the guy who's like, let's get this will give us like a promotion or whatever, and the other guy doesn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
The one guy is like, okay, I know he's going to be here because we got this letter from him, and it had his calling card.
Oh my god.
And the calling card, the way he puts it is, there's only one guy who has this calling card because everyone else who gets one fucking dies. And the calling card, signed from the Foolkiller, says, "You have 24 hours to live. Use them to repent, or be forever damned to the pits of hell, where goeth all fools. Today is the last day of the rest of your life. Use it wisely, or die a fool."
This is just crazy.
Yeah. He's crazy, yeah. The thing is with this issue in general is that they lean into the crazy, and there are jokes about him. They are aware that this is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy that I feel like they don't realise the extent.
He makes a fool out of everybody.
Because there's so many good lines in this. Anyway, as soon as he shows this note to his partner, he explodes. Because he's hit by the disintegration ray. So this guy who didn't even want to be there in the first place is left running for his life because his partner is just a pile of ash.
His partner exploded.
Yeah, exactly.
1 day before retirement.
Yeah, and he's running through this alley, and this beams of this ray gun are like coming all around him. And at one point, he's hitting his hand, and his hand like disintegrates.
Oh,
He drops his gun, and that's when a shadowy figure comes forward and says, "I believe you were looking for me, fool."
Does he say fool after every...
There's a lot. This word, it comes up 2,000 times in this comic.
Oh, I kind of want to see this guy in the movie. I'm not gonna lie.
And he starts pontificating. He says, "I'd almost given up this crusade to rid the world of all fools, but there were just too many. So now he's only going to kill the greatest fools that he encounters." The most foolish of the fools.
How did you define foolishness as a metric? Has he got like a...
There's a metric. He then disintegrates this guy. So that guy's dead. Cut to campus. Peter is he's currently at this point in the comic. He's kind of a professor because he's doing his PhD, so he's teaching some classes and stuff. Runs into a guy called Greg Salinger.
Okay.
Who's another PhD student there. Salinger's like complaining about some paperwork going missing, tied up in the registrar's office. They have a conversation about it and moan a bit. Peter leaves. He then sees someone climbing into the office window.
Oh.
And guess who it is?
What a foolish thing for somebody to do.
Then we cut to the Foolkiller, who's entering through this window and scaring the shit out of this guy who's like working late in the registrar's office. And he says, "Don't tell me you weren't expecting the Foolkiller." And he's like, "Well, no, I wasn't expecting you." And then
Why would I be expecting the Foolkiller?
And he goes, "Didn't you get my cards in the mail, like the calling card?" And the guy's like, "No, I didn't." And he goes, "Oh, the postal system, the fools." So now he's really mad at the postal system.
It's the entire postal system.
But before he can kill this guy, Spider-Man comes in because obviously Peter's seen him.
Yeah.
So he intervenes and they start to fight. But Foolkiller, this gun he's got is powerful as hell because he's just a guy, but this gun disintegrates people. Holes in the floor, the ceiling. So he's pretty powerful, and he collapses the ceiling on Spider-Man, who's kind of left trying to save this one guy as the Foolkiller runs away. He jumps out of the window saying, "Live a poem or die a fool," and then takes his sash off and then like uses it to float down.
God, I fucking love this guy so much.
He's great.
I need him in a movie.
He glides down and Spider-Man chases after him, but before he can get him, he blasts a hole in the floor, jumps down, times it perfectly right so he lands on a subway car and he's gone, and Spider-Man can't catch up to him. That's when he heads back to his secret lair, which is like inside the back of a regular truck, but when you open it up it's like computers everywhere.
Is that the Foolmobile or something like that?
There's no name for it, I don't think. Anyway, it's just the lair. Once he's back here, that's when he starts thinking about his origin. This is the same thing we've discussed before.
With the kangaroo.
The kangaroo, but also in our Shocker episode, when villains are alone, they then reminisce about their
To be
origin.
fair, like, a good sign of, like, good mental health and, like, self-worth is to reminisce and, like, kind of look back on, like, your victories and kind of build a confidence that way.
This guy's definitely not the picture of mental, like, wellness.
Debatable, but...
Oh, you see where this goes. Basically, he looks back on his first origin. He was in this very short-lived series called Omega the Unknown.
Okay.
Which only ran for 10 issues. This guy, he turns up in... he's in the 8th issue, he's in the 9th issue, and at the end of the 9th issue, you're promised that the next issue is going to be mainly about him. But then they got told that the series was being cancelled, so they made the last issue not about him. Because it wasn't his series.
They made a fool out of him.
Yeah, exactly. But in that series, he reveals that... And this is in 1977, by the way, so this is 5 years before.
Uh-huh.
There, he defined fools as those guilty of materialism, mediocrity, or anyone that lacked a poetic nature.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Anyway, after everything goes down, he disintegrates this supervillain called Blockbuster. He just kills him. He went the way of the actual Blockbuster stores.
Slightly more dignified than the actual Blockbuster stores.
The story of this guy is that he was imprisoned for disorderly conduct when he has this cellmate called Richard Rory.
Okay.
Who'll come into play later.
Okay.
But basically, he talks to this guy, and this guy tells him about a guy called the Foolkiller.
Okay.
Because the Foolkiller we're talking about is the second Foolkiller.
Oh my... Why?
I'll get into this a bit more later, but basically he hears the story of this Foolkiller, and that original Foolkiller was more... It was the same sort of thing, but it was more religious. It was more about the religiously impure.
So like a Gentile killer or something like that.
He thought he was chosen by God to take down fools. And he hears about this story from a guy who survived an incident with the Foolkiller, who is now dead. And he hears from this guy about, where it went down and where that guy's stash is, and then so he ends up getting out of prison when he's released and going to find his equipment.
Oh shit.
Assuming the identity of the killer, he goes into that Omega the Unknown series, turns up, kills Blockbuster.
Because call me Netflix.
Then he ends up then he ends up turning up in, now you say Netflix, the Defenders, who are very different in the comics. The Defenders in the comics aren't street level. It's like the Hulk and Doctor Strange and shit.
Yeah, like very not street
They
level.
just took their name for the show because they didn't have a name.
They wanted something that sounded like the Avengers, which wasn't the Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. He ends up fighting with the Defenders a bit. They arrest him.
As a sidebar, do we ever find out how the first Foolkiller died?
See, I'll get into this later.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep on topic with this one story.
Yeah.
He fights with the Defenders. He gets arrested again, but then on the way to prison, there's a road accident, and he gets out of the car and gets away again. And that's when he ends up in this series where he's tangling with Spider-Man because he's just out trying to kill some fools.
God damn.
The original Foolkiller was he's very, very conservative. He was, at the time, it was the 70s, and he was upset by anti-Vietnam protests and counterculture movements that he believed mocked the Lord and military.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, and that it was all about getting sinners and criminals who he believed were fools, and he was chosen by God to wipe them out.
What was his real name? Was it Jeff Sessions or like?
What was his name again? It was Ross Everbest.
Ross Everbest. He sounds like he's from like Alabama or something like that, the Deep South.
Probably.
He loves America.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the issues here are in the Deep South.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that later.
There's more to come.
But I mention this because then that Foolkiller 2
Foolkiller the second
goes on this big speech about how I learned from this guy, but I'm not like that Foolkiller.
Yeah.
So the only thing
this isn't your granddad's Foolkiller.
yeah, this is a new and sexy Foolkiller.
He can get raped in prison, and he doesn't give a fuck. Wake the fuck up, guys.
The only thing really wrong with the first Foolkiller's crusade was his confused view of morality that equated sinners with fools. His erroneous ideas made him a fool himself.
Oh no, it is I who is the biggest fool of all.
But I saw the rightness of his cause, and I knew the true definition of a fool, which is one totally bereft of a poetic nature.
Again, he doesn't explain what this means, he just goes for it.
Back at ESU,
Okay.
Peter's, just getting through his day or whatever. That Greg guy I mentioned earlier, he walks past him and his spider sense goes off, and he's like, something wrong with this guy. But then he talks to him again, and it doesn't go off. And he's like, something wrong with my spider sense. It's on the fritz. Then he starts talking to this guy, and Greg complains that he'd sent letters from campus, but they never arrived anywhere, and he's really annoyed about it. And Peter says, that's the campus mailroom. This is where Peter makes a judge error.
Oh, Jesus, no.
He says, no, letters always get stuck in there. If you ever saw the fools that worked there, you wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's poor choice of words.
And then Greg is like, yeah, and slinks
Fools,
away.
you say?
And then Peter goes through and he's like, okay, and he goes to see Deborah Whitman, who comes up in the Spider-Man the Animated Series.
Yeah.
She's in the comics at this point as a on and off again love interest. And Peter goes to talk to her, and she's really pissed off. He's like, why are you so angry? And she says, oh, it's that Greg guy. He came in here. He asked me where you were, and when I didn't know, he called me a fool. Hard cut to Peter's face in complete shock as he goes, what? That's the moment when he realizes that his friend Greg Salinger is the Foolkiller.
He's made a fool out of me. Oh god.
And then he thinks, oh my god, what have I done? I just told him the campus mailroom were all fools, and he's the Foolkiller. so
he's gonna kill those people.
So he suits up and he gets to the mailroom and saves the people in time. But the Foolkiller couldn't kill them in time, but he knocks over a bookcase and runs away, and Spider-Man's like saving them from it. And he runs all the way back to his lair, but he's just a guy, so Spider-Man catches up. He runs away again, thinking to himself, that's Spider-Man for tangling with me so many times. He's a real fool. So I'm going to have to kill him. But I just need to find somewhere to hide, recover, and then I'll start, going out and find Spider-Man and kill him.
I feel like his definition of fool is just like whoever he needs to kill at that point.
Yeah. He's not very consistent.
No. Oh, this McDonald's order is taking too long. This man's a fool. This baby's is crying on this flight. It's making my flight really bad. That baby's a real fool.
Yeah, well, basically.
Yeah.
And this comes the peak of this comic. It's such an incredible moment. This is quite near the end at this point. He's running through an alley and he scares a homeless woman.
Oh no.
And she's like, well, who are you? And he's like, oh, be quiet, don't be a fool. And she's like, okay, I'll be quiet, I won't say anything. And she's like, what are you running from? What's going on? And he's like, oh, I'm running from Spider-Man. And she says, you're kidding, ain't ya? I mean, I seen that Spider-Man once. Anyone who'd go gunning for him would have to be a fool.
Oh no.
And then he's like,
oh no.
Oh no. And he says, you're right. He points the gun at his own head. Spider-Man arrives, says, yeah, you are a fool, but I can't let you do that. He webs the gun and takes it away.
Oh.
And he webs up the whole of the Foolkiller, webs him up good. And he's shouting, don't do this to me, you must let me kill myself. I'm a fool. And Spider-Man's like, no, come on, you're just a mixed up guy. And he's like, that's just what the army said when they discharged me.
Ah, interesting.
He's like, I'm not crazy, I'm a fool. This is when Spider-Man's like, I hope my hunch is right, or, well, I hope my hunch isn't right.
Yeah.
And then he takes the mask off, and it is Greg Salinger.
Greg, yeah.
And he then realizes at this point the reason why his spider sense was going off only sometimes was because this guy goes into psychotic rages.
Ah.
So he was like, oh, when he was talking to me, he likes Peter, because Peter isn't a fool.
No, Peter's
he's a pretty good guy.
There's a poetic nature to him.
Yeah, exactly. And
What the fuck that means? Does that mean he doesn't kill like English lit majors? Are they all like safe from the Foolkiller because they all have designation?
well, the thing is, I mean, he is a PhD student,
Yeah.
so maybe it's just like a intellectual thing. I don't know.
It's so vaguely defined as fool.
But obviously, his definition of fool is all in disarray now because he's like, this whole time I was a
the
fool.
fool.
I'm the biggest fool of all.
Listen to that band that everyone's talking about, the Foo Fighters.
And then, this comic ends with Spider-Man like walking off, carrying him, just like, don't worry, I'm gonna take you to a place where you can get a nice long rest away from fools. Next issue.
Oh no.
He's not in the whole next issue. The next issue is about Black Cat. I won't go into it, but yeah.
Like a degree of foolishness you'd imagine.
Yeah, but the next issue, you just get like a little wrap up where it starts with Salinger being taken to this mental health care facility, and the whole time he's just shouting about Spider-Man, he's over there, I can see him, because he's going crazy. And he goes, he stopped me from killing the greatest fool of all, myself. And they're just like, okay, guy, and they take him in.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Greg Salinger's interactions with Spider-Man, at least that, as far as I know.
Uh-huh.
It's not the end of the Foolkiller, though.
No.
But
It takes more to just get rid of the Foolkiller of that.
going back, I know we're jumping around a lot, but
It's okay.
we can go back to the original Foolkiller.
Yeah, the OG Foolkiller.
Yeah. I was really surprised. I ended up reading all these comics because I was like, this doesn't sound right, and it actually was.
Oh, fuck.
He first turned up in Man-Thing, issue 3. Do you know Man-Thing?
No!
Oh, do you not know
What the
Man-Thing?
fuck is Man-Thing?
Right, let me get
Like the thing, but like a man? How fucking lazy were the comic book writers? Like, well, he's a man, and he does a thing. It's Man-Thing.
I tell you what, Man-Thing is actually really cool. I like him.
That's the laziest name of all time, though.
He did have a comic that was called Giant Size Man-Thing.
Because of course he did.
See, Man-Thing is basically, like, do you know Swamp Thing?
Yes, I know Swamp Thing.
He's kind of like that. He's a swamp monster. He's made out of swamp shit. He's like moss and stuff. He's like a physical form, but it's like squishy shit.
Okay.
He was a scientist who was he was doing experiments with pollution and stuff like that, and then he turns into this thing, and he's like not really sentient. He's kind of half sentient, but he's complicated because
Half sentient?
what is in it's not like the Hulk or something like that where he transforms in and out. He's always this monster, and he's not a human mind inside it. He's just this lumbering monster who has distant thoughts of being a human at some point.
He's like ghost human. Like you can kind of like go like, you're still in there, Mr. Scientist. I can still like see your scientific heart. But he's all like, I'm a shambling Man-Thing now. Man-Thing is all I know. There is no Dana, only Man-Thing.
Let me get a photo of him just so you have some context. It's hard to find a good photo. Kind of like a swamp elephant or something.
Swamp elephant. Now I'm interested. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of like Cthulhu vibes going on, doesn't he?
Kill me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Anyway, he ends up hanging out in this swamp.
As you would.
I think it's in Florida.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. And he's just hanging out,
With the
usually
gators.
trying to protect the swamp. But he's like a benevolent being. The whole catchphrase is all who fear burn at the touch of the Man-Thing, or whatever. Because his whole thing is if you feel fear and he touches you, like it's like a scolding attack. A little bit Ghost Rider-y, but not
A
quite.
little bit Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
What happens if like he fights Ghost Rider? Actually, no, he just burned alive, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. They probably fought at some point. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
they
kind of a good
probably have.
matchup.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I started reading this. I haven't read all the Man-Thing issues, but I read a few and they're fucking insane. Like the start of it, because I think the Man-Thing was introduced before his own series, and it's a continuation of another Man-Thing series. So Man-Thing 1 isn't really Man-Thing 1, and the other thing to know about Man-Thing,
Oh Lord no.
is that he's like the protector of the nexus of all realities.
Come again?
I can't really go into that much, but there's a lot of stuff where like a bunch of wizards from other dimensions turn up and
What?
he goes on this and reality is closing in on itself and they have to stop it because there's a guy called the Overlord who's like a devil man and he's the ancient enemy of the Man-Thing who's Howard the Duck is there. Howard the Duck is there for some... Because all these universes are crossing over, and Howard the Duck's there. At one point, Howard the Duck falls through a hole in reality, and the wizard is there, and they're like, "Oh no, he's fallen through," and they're like, "It's too late," and he go, and then the wizard's like, "Everyone sprout rings, will fly away," and then they're like, "Why didn't you do that for Howard? He just died," and they're like, "It doesn't matter," and then Howard fell into his own series, effectively, if you know what I mean. Like, he survived, he just...
Is that, like, the equivalent of the movie is, like, having him in the human world, like, stopping a rape?
Yeah, I think he... yeah, I think Howard...
Fucking Marty's mum from Back to the Future.
He falls through, like, a hole in reality, and he ends up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he fucks.
Anyway, this is I mean, the only thing else I'll say about this is that this is, from what I can tell so far, it's going to have a general, like, environmental message, this series. Forgetting the reality stuff, most of it is him in the swamp versus evil people. You know, like, this guy is dumping chemicals in the swamp.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fuck him up. Oh no, this biker gang is after me. And then there's always eventually someone goes to punch him, and their fist just goes through him.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's your first, like, call of action is, "Oh, giant swamp thing, I want to punch it." That'll work. This abomination of nature.
I'll try not to go too far into Man-Thing stuff because I don't know enough, probably.
And it sounds like a whole fucking other weird little bullshit.
Yeah, I read like the first like 5 issues, and effectively in this first one he's having this clash with this biker gang, and there's some guys who are dumping like pollutants in the swamp.
Are they also the biker gang, or is it just a random guy also dumping?
Oh, it's a crisscross of stuff. This is where that guy I mentioned earlier,
not the Foolkiller.
No, Richard Rory, who Greg Salinger was in prison with.
Yeah.
This guy turns up here, and that's why the biker gang is there, because of his whole thing. But anyway, this is such a complicated mess to explain the origin of the original Foolkiller.
Okay, I'm mystified as to how he comes into this.
Where does a Foolkiller first start off? In Man-Thing. Why? Why? I was so confused. I just had to read it because I was like, this Wikipedia entry must be wrong. It was not. The other thing is one of the guys who's... This is a great detail, but one of the guys who's dumping shit in the swamp is this businessman. His first initials are F.A. and his surname is Schist. So you just see on the page as fascist, and I was like, okay, I can.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, and so you can tell there's a certain leaning in politically in this book. This is when the Foolkiller comes in. Foolkiller, he's got 3 targets,
and all of them are fools.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, according to him, anyway.
It's like his weird like fool-o-meter.
He's after Richard Rory.
Okay.
Who's like this disc jockey who I think he just thinks he's a fool. And then the business guy, F.A. Schist, he wants to kill him because he's foolishly putting stuff in the swamp.
Yeah, that's actually pretty logical, I guess.
Yeah. And then Man-Thing. Because somehow he's researched and he's found out what not many people know about Man-Thing not being a mystical thing, but being a guy who transformed through making a mistake in an experiment.
I feel like...
And he thought I was foolish.
I feel like his transformation is probably punishment enough.
Yeah, I think...
It's a lot of effort to go through for something like so little payoff.
Well, this guy turns up and he's just... I don't know. It's kind of like they came up with the idea and he's going to be innocent. Why is he here? Let's give him some fools to kill.
Give him some fools to kill. That doesn't make... Like, it's like if you had, like, a meth lab and it exploded, and as you're crawling out of, like, your burning, like, meth lab wreckage, the police arrested you. It's like... You're under arrest, meth boy. You're like, oh, get me to an ambulance. You're like, the only ambulance you're taking is the one in jail. You're like, no, I'm burning.
Well, yeah, the Foolkiller is pretty brutal and over the top. In general.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the first one is worse than the second one because this guy is like
he's like religious crazy.
Yeah, it's religious crazy. And
that's a whole other kind of crazy.
There's some shit with this guy.
Oh, God.
Anyway, later in these issues, we find out his origin. This guy was inspired by a faith healer as a kid because he had a pretty hard upbringing. Like both his parents like died in the war. He was wheelchair bound.
Oh.
He had a pretty rough time. But then he went to a faith healer.
Okay.
Called Reverend Mike.
Reverend Mike.
And Reverend Mike heals him so he can walk. And
wait, what?
He heals him. He's a faith healer. I mean, you can walk again. It's one of those things.
He just heals a crippled boy.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a trope. That's a thing.
In the Bible.
Yeah, and have you not seen that in fiction before? Faith healers, you can walk.
But they're always bullshitting.
Well, yeah, but this is a comic book.
Okay. So it's like, this man has mystical Jesus powers.
Effectively, I guess.
Cool. But I'm going with it.
Anyway, because of his upbringing and because of getting involved in this religion thing, he ends up becoming like this religious zealot.
Yeah.
And he's going to be over the top with it.
A little bit.
And he comes up with the idea of being the Foolkiller. And he gets all the outfits sorted, so it's the same thing as the other guy. There's a second Foolkiller where it's the kind of Zorro looking outfit.
Yeah.
And he gets a disintegration ray. As far as I know, I can't find anything explaining where he got that gun. So he just has a disintegration ray. Oh, which I can't remember if I said, but it's called a purification gun.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Maybe the faith healer gave it to him.
Yeah, it doesn't come up here.
he just has this.
The Reverend doesn't know about this stuff. He brought him in as part of his, not cult, but like his organization,
congregation.
His congregation.
Go on out here, boy. Go out there and praise the Lord. Have this death gun to praise the Lord with.
Well, he soon turns on Reverend Mike because he turns up to tell Reverend Mike about like, hey, I'm gonna become the Foolkiller. Look at my outfit, and he finds Reverend Mike like wasted with a bunch of women and like money thrown everywhere, and it's kind of like this debaucherous scene.
Like every single faith healer in existence.
Yeah, he realizes, fuck, this guy.
He's a fraud.
Yeah.
He's a fool.
So he kills him. Doesn't purify him because he keeps the body. And he preserves the corpse
oh my God,
in this formaldehyde tank. So he's got this in his like battle van thing. He's got this glass container, like with a floating like reverend corpse in it.
Why?
I think he uses it. It's like a shrine. This weird thing, and he comes back to it. And like when he's telling the origin, he's telling it to the reverend. Like,
so it's kind of like really like fucked up Zordon kind of thing.
Yeah, it's some weird shit. But anyway, he steals all the reverend's money and he uses that to bankroll all his fool killing.
It's a business.
Yeah, and that's when he gets the calling card, which reads the same as Greg Salinger's calling card, where it's like, you have 24 hours to live. Today is the last day of the rest of your life. Use it wisely or die a fool. And then he hands those out, and then he kills people. Gives them 24 hours, and he kills them.
Okay.
Basically, he comes to town. He's gonna kill Richard Rory. He's gonna kill F.A. Schist. He's gonna kill
Man Thing.
Basically, he turns up. He's chasing Richard Rory around for fucking ages. Richard Rory turns up in a bunch of these different comics. He's just a guy
dude who shows up.
Yeah, and he chases them around. At one point, he almost defeats the Man Thing because he shoots him and just makes a massive hole on the Man Thing. But the Man Thing falls in the swamp. Foolkiller leaves, and the swamp waters like heal him, so he's all fine.
I love Man Thing so much.
Yeah. And they later start. There's another fight between them, and Man Thing sort of intervenes. And during the fight, the tank with the Reverend like explodes, and a shard of the glass fires out and stabs him through the heart.
What?
And then Richard Rory like makes some comment about it, like, oh, he went in a poetic way or something. It's just like this freak crazy accent. The Foolkiller died by an exploding formaldehyde preserved Reverend glass bullet.
To be fair, he fucking deserved it for that crazy shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, he's a huge dick.
He's a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're getting like a Reverend in a tank, you don't get glass. You get like tempered plastic. You get something like more durable. Less like shattering.
Well, I guess he wasn't planning on having a fight with a giant swamp monster next to the battlefield.
I don't see why not. Like, at this point, why are you not planning for that shit?
Yeah, I don't know why he goes. I guess, yeah. I was about to say I don't know why he went straight for Man Thing, but at the same
I
time,
feel
that
like you
is
kill everyone before you get to the fucking swamp monster.
Yeah, but then I don't know, like
Prioritization, man.
But that guy is pretty foolish. If you find out someone like did an experiment on themselves and turned themselves into a swamp monster, that's a fool.
Yeah, that's like your fool meter is going off the chart. You're like, I gotta fuck this fool up. He's the biggest fool of all.
I guess he's also kind of going vaguely after just liberal people as well.
Of course he is.
Because
imagine him like modern days, like trying to like go to like pride parades and like shooting people. Like he's definitely gonna be angry at the liberals now.
Yeah, that's the thing is that back then he's angry because I think it's part of this thing of his parents being in the military.
Yeah.
And he says something about the military. Wait one second.
That's weird actually, because they're both like both him and the second iteration of the Foolkiller are both like military vets.
Yeah, but one of them didn't even sort of get in. He just got. Well, I guess he did get in because he got discharged, right?
Yeah. Shit. So
this guy, he's like, again, the way he says it is, he hates these movements that mock the Lord and military, and he's like talking about all these protests, these anti-Vietnam things, and the sexual revolution and all this stuff. So he's like very much anti these sort of progressive movements, and yeah, I mean, he'd definitely nowadays be going after like I don't know SJWs or something.
Yeah, shit, attacks Jon Stewart or something stupid like that.
Yeah. Anyway, he fucking died. Yeah. So after that,
there's more.
There's a third Foolkiller.
Oh my god, what?
I don't know much about this guy. This guy, I didn't read up on this guy because I was like, I can't. There's too much fool killing.
This fool killing is killing me.
Yeah. I'm a fool for reading this shit. But the third Foolkiller basically finds a way to... It's just this guy who contacts Salinger while he's locked up. And he finds a way to secretly contact him and believes in the same philosophy, finds an old fool-killing stash, suits up in a slightly different version of it. He's got like this weird bondage mask and stuff.
I mean, sure.
And then he kind of goes off his own thing, but his thing's more like... He's kind of like the Punisher, but more horrible, because it's more like against like criminals and sex workers and drug addicts and people he sees as like unclean or whatever.
Okay.
So it's kind of a mix of both the Foolkillers.
Yeah.
But
ultimate Foolkiller, like Foolkiller synergy.
Yeah, and I think this was in the late 80s, maybe the 90s, so I guess it's a bit more of an extreme version
shit.
Or whatever, but...
Going after like AIDS victims and shit like that, because it's the early 90s.
Yeah, and then, going back to Salinger, much later on, he becomes sane.
Okay.
Well, sane, massive inverted commas, massive air quotes.
As sane as you're going to be from that kind of situation moving forward.
So he gets a degree in psychiatry.
Oh, that's a mistake.
And at some point he becomes Deadpool's personal therapist.
Again, mistake.
Yeah, I think that's more, you can see how a Deadpool writer is like, who should we have as his therapist? Oh my god, let's get the Foolkiller.
The craziest motherfucker out there.
Then after that, he's recruited by S.H.I.E.L.D.
The Foolkiller?
Yeah.
Like, there's like a post-credit scene with like Nick Fury, where like...
This is actually really recent. This is in 2016. He got his own solo series.
Oh, God.
Where his whole purpose is he's the psychiatrist for basically supervillains and criminals that S.H.I.E.L.D. capture. He's meant to give them therapy and rehabilitate them.
That's gonna go well.
Yeah, but then the premise of this series is that he's given them therapy, but if they go out of line, he can kill them. So he's kind of a bit of a Dexter angle of like the crazy guy going after the crazies. I haven't seen
the crazier guys. Yeah.
I haven't seen Dexter, so I might be talking shit.
It might as well be that. Like, it's like Dexter's pretty much like like a serial killer, but he has to like kill only bad people, and like he's also works for the police, so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, and
there's like a Harley Quinn element to it as well.
Yeah, but this is what he looks like in this new series. It looks a little bit different.
Oh, so he's the guy not getting strangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very 90s.
Yeah, and it's in 2016. I read the first issue of this. I wasn't really vibing with it that much, but it's kind of, I guess it's an okay idea. But in that first one, it's more like there's this kid who's obsessed with the Red Skull and like paints blood on his face in the skull, and he gets through to him, talks him down from organising with these like crazy far right terrorist things.
Interesting.
And then he talks him back, but then he finds the kid goes out and gets involved with some shit and kills 2 guys, and he's like,
Fuck,
you fucked up, and he just snaps his neck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, you fucked up, kid. And then that's the first issue, basically.
That's how they start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
it's child murder.
See, what they're doing with this, that I think, I haven't really get into a lot, but he's narrating it, and it's like this dark comedy. They're kind of going almost for like this Deadpool...
Dexter kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not a wholly serious thing, it's meant to be like this dark comic thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't a huge fan of it, but that's where Foolkiller is today. I don't know what happened to the third Foolkiller. I think either he died or he just disappeared.
I feel like, you know, in the Foolkillers, they either like... they either die as villains or live long enough to become the hero.
Yeah, wait.
They die stupidly. Maybe this one learned not to preserve people in fucking formaldehyde in the back of a truck.
I think the third one survived, but he's just basically retired at this point because they decided to bring the old Foolkiller back, and you can't have 2 Foolkillers at once.
That would be foolish, and then they'd have like a fall-off to see who would die.
You know, another thing I wanted to add here is that you keep accidentally predicting things. with stuff, not who you just said, but like, you said, you were making jokes about, and I'm the greatest fool, or whatever. Like, right at the start of the episode, I was like, Jesus Christ, this happens. There's so many things like that. You also keep saying you want to see him in a movie, and then you kept saying, like, cool, Netflix. Foolkiller turns up in a Netflix show.
Oh my god, which one?
Jessica Jones Series 3.
Oh no! I have to watch this now!
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, it's not...
fucking Jessica Jones!
See, I didn't know this. I couldn't believe it.
He should be in Luke Cage.
Yeah, well, at the time of recording...
Yeah.
I'm saying this to listeners, not you. At the time of recording, we've just seen the trailer for Jessica Jones Season 3 come out like a week ago or something.
Yeah, more or
and
less.
Remember, I don't know about you, but I watched it, and there's just this whole thing of this. I didn't finish watching the second season, but
yeah, I
don't know if it connects or anything. But there's this thing in this thing of like, there's a guy after her who thinks she's a fraud and wants to kill her, and he's a psychopath, and he's meant to be. It looks like a bit of a Sherlock, like the Benedict Cumberbatch series thing, where there's that version of Moriarty. It looks like that kind of thing, where he's like master manipulator, trying to destroy her life because he thinks she's a fraud and she's a bullshit hero and she's not.
Thinks she's a fraud, eh?
Yeah.
That's the word he uses.
See, that's the thing, is that I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page and you fucking get to the bottom. I'm like, okay, let's look at these powers and abilities. Yeah, okay. And then, okay. Other versions. Okay, there's a 2099 version of him. Yeah, okay. In other media, the Gregory Salinger version of Foolkiller appears in Season 3 of Jessica Jones. And I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, I looked up and that character is called Gregory Salinger. They haven't said anything about Foolkiller, but in the trailer he says something about her being a fraud and stuff.
Okay.
But again, it seems like the general Netflix path of taking something that's kind of silly and then making it the most grounded version of it possible. Okay. So this guy isn't going to dress up like Zorro, and this guy, he might not call everyone he meets a fool, but he will say that she's a fraud.
What if he calls everyone he meets a fraud?
The fraud killer.
The fraud killer.
Yeah, it hasn't got the same ring to it, has it?
It's not that bad. They did Bushmaster well for Luke Cage. That should have been much stupider than it was.
Yeah, where did his name come from in that?
I don't remember.
Does he actually call himself Bushmaster?
Yeah, he's like literally like, "Them call me Bushmaster," and like shit like that. He's speaking in patois the entire goddamn time. It's unintelligible.
Yeah, I can't really.
It's very bad patois.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the trailer for this season actually looked kind of good, and I think it's fucking crazy that it's Foolkiller. And I genuinely did not. I was researching this, like, this will be the next one we'll do a couple of days after seeing this trailer, and then I was like, fuck.
He's gonna even just go Season 3.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I might actually watch that now, because I didn't really, like, vibe with Season 2 at all.
You probably need to watch Season 2, though, right?
I got, like, 4, 5, 6 episodes through it, and then I was just like, eh.
I think I was, like, 2 in.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't as good.
What I'm saying is you probably need to watch it if you want to know what's going on in the third one.
I mean...
Also, don't set yourself up too much, because I feel like you like Foolkiller and you're
like, this is putting my entire hopes of the show on Foolkiller. That's what's happening.
What would like Netflix's version of the Gibbon look like?
Oh god.
It would just be like a guy who has a big nose or something.
Yeah. Or he really likes eating bananas.
Yeah.
He's like, my potassium is at critical levels, guys. I'm gonna go fight some crime. What do you mean I'm fire from the circus? And it's played by someone like a really like good character actor. Like, shit, no. Steve Buscemi would not make a good.
That's so weird. I was about to say Steve Buscemi as well. Maybe it should be.
I don't know. I feel like Matthew Lillard maybe.
Oh, he would be a good one, actually.
Yeah.
But again, if I'm gonna get a live action Gibbon, that guy's got to be an ugly motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Who's the ugliest motherfucker I know?
No, I don't think you can choose it from that point of view.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get someone who's already ugly. You got to ugly them up.
Okay. John Hamm.
Oh, let's not get a really handsome guy. Let's not create work for ourselves.
You have the makeup to something to do. You gotta earn your paycheck today.
Yeah. Anyway, that is Foolkiller.
That's the man who killed the fools. Yeah. Like, do you think what if he lived in London? Where do you think he would live? Like Fulham?
No, that's where he'd kill everyone. In
Yeah. Just like raging around like southwest London, just like.
He can kill everyone in Blackpool because it kind of sounds like Fool.
Blackpool, Liverpool, just they're all gone.
Yeah, we don't need to stay on this.
Like the bit has been choked. But yeah, that was the Foolkiller.
I can kind of tell already, but what are your overall thoughts on Foolkiller? Is there a Foolkiller you prefer?
I have to kind of admire like, okay, it's actually quite difficult because I love like the irony of like this of the Foolkiller Mark II, but like Foolkiller 1 is goddamn insane, but he's also religious insane, which doesn't. It's a kind of like a explainable kind of crazy. I don't really have like they're both my favorite. Like two of my children, and I love them equally.
Okay, yeah, but fuck the third one.
Fuck the third one.
Yeah, I haven't read any of his stuff, but
like how can he possibly match up to those two? It's just like you're flogging a dead fool horse by that point.
The dialogue with the second one is the best.
It's fucking incredible.
Because there's just every single line he says the word fool like 6 times. And I just absolutely love the moment of Peter Parker just, yeah, those guys are real fools. And just
like, oh, shit.
Just seeing Greg go, just
fools, eh?
And just walking off suspiciously, and then Peter, who's already met the Fool Killer, go, what a nice guy, and then walking away, and it's only when Deborah Whitman says he called her a fool that he does the dramatic what? Such a good what. The whole panel what.
Those are the best kind of whats.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the second one. The first one is kind of interesting because it's in Man-Thing. I kind of want to read more of Man-Thing.
I kind of want to find out his deal. Yeah,
I've seen like bits and pieces of him, but I always thought he looked kind of cool. I don't know much about Swamp Thing.
No, it's like a DC show, right? About him now. It's which good.
Is everyone said is amazing, and then they cancelled.
Classic DC.
Yeah, but I think I get the feeling that Man-Thing might be just a rip-off of Swamp Thing. I don't know that for sure. Okay. But they're both swamp people. They're both things. And they're both sort of
horrifically disfigured.
Yeah, like horrific, scary monsters that have a kind of benevolent sort of edge to them that are in books that are kind of environmentalist.
They seem very, very close by. And a few of like the Marvel and DC kind of heroes kind of are very like parallel in that way, so that one kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like for instance, Avengers teasing Thanos is kind of a middle finger to DC because it's like, well, the obvious Justice League villain is Darkseid.
Yeah.
Thanos was created because they were looking for an answer to Darkseid, so they came up with something that was kind of similar.
But like distinct enough that it wasn't like illegal.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of, and Thanos, I think initially was kind of a bit just like another Darkseid, and then got his own characteristics later.
Okay.
But by just like having him in that post credits thing, they kind of just like stake their claim there. So then it's if Justice League like the movie had
they wouldn't for like fucking
if they were building up to Darkseid clearly. If they'd actually gone through with it and things hadn't gone haywire and they built to it, there would still be people going like, "Oh, isn't that just Thanos?" Even though it's like really not the case.
Like Thanos came way after.
Yeah, there's quite a few Marvel characters you think are like that. I think even Hawkeye is a bit of a Green Arrow kind of thing.
Even something like Ghost Rider is like a rip-off of like Spawn, but I don't know if Spawn's DC though.
Spawn isn't DC and also came after Ghost Rider.
Okay, so
I think Ghost Rider's kind of like 70s or something. And
he seems quite 70s or 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That kind of makes sense. Like, even like today, like you had all the certain movies where they'll come out like similar times, based on very similar kind of premises, like Armageddon and Deep Impact, or A Bug's Life and Ants. And we don't really need to talk about this. This is the whole thing that we get into.
Okay, going back to the weird lore.
Yes, that's what we're here.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I just come up with it on the spot now. Maybe you should give me your rating on it. Just like you give me like you're grading a paper or something. Just give me like there's A+, there's A.
We're talking about the character or the lore itself.
You can give them one grade that's overall, or you can give me 2 grades that are the lore and the character.
Okay. I don't know, actually. If I wanted to rate the Foolkiller, I'd kind of be like, this is...
Well, let's go through let's back up and do the other weird laws.
Okay. So, starting with, let's say, the Webman.
If you guys can check out the
weird lore, like...
flashbacks, we made them their own episodes. They were previously in
they're all
episodes.
in, like, the,
So, going back through them. Okay, we start off with Webman. Let's just say overall grade.
Webman, B-.
B-, right? Then the Kangaroo.
Just for the utter point, I think he's like a B+.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
B.
Yeah, B.
Yeah.
And then we've got, well, I'm not sure how much this counts, but the wedding of Doc Ock and Aunt
That's
May.
an A. That might be a B, A+. It's goddamn great. I love it.
Oh, it's still in that episode.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Gibbon.
Okay, so comparing the Gibbon with the Kangaroo, like the Gibbon's story is just so much. It's so much sadder and more pathetic than some other Kangaroo, and that's why I kind of have to give it like an A-. Just for it's just you kind of feel sorry for this piece of shit villain, but you're like, actually, no, you don't deserve.
What?
This.
So is the sadness pushing it up or pulling it
Pushing
down?
it up.
Right. Okay.
It's just so pathetic. You can't help but laugh at it.
Okay, sure. And with the Foolkiller, where's he landing?
I want to say an A.
Oh, really?
I love the idea of this crazy person.
So Foolkiller's at top now.
He's like with Dr. Octopus's wedding.
Okay, and he's the only character one as well, because you're not rating Doc Ock.
No,
obviously.
No, because I'm rating like the whole like
rating the ceremony.
Yeah, the weird little bullshit of it all.
Yeah.
The favorite part for me is how he just immediately turns on himself. I kind of figured that would happen.
Yeah.
And then he'd kind of be like, I'm a fool. I must kill the biggest fool of all. And I was like, yeah, this is perfect. And this is exactly what I would have wanted from the Foolkiller. Because how else would the Foolkiller end? But it was beautiful. And I greatly enjoyed it. So, if we're ranking them, we got, like, at the bottom, we got Webman, who's still pretty great. But, like, I think he loses points because he doesn't die in a really fucking funny way. He kind of just gets his mirror smashed. He's up his own arse a little bit. He's like, yeah, just call me Webby, guys. I've existed for like 30 seconds, but I need a nickname now. Which I think is a bit much, mate. So yeah, Webman, then we got fucking Spider-Man, Kangaroo, Gibbon, and then between the Foolkiller and Dr. Octopus.
I think we can take Doc Ock out because it's a storyline rather than a guy.
Yeah.
So Foolkiller's top.
I think Foolkiller, yeah.
Oh, that's good, because I was wondering whether you like this one or not.
I really like this guy.
So I thought, like, I turned in the issue, I looked at the cover, and I was like, Foolkiller, this is amazing, immediately. And I was like, I hope you feel the same.
You kind of mentioned, like, you thought the name would be funny, but I feel that's, like, the least funny bit about it. It's the commitment to the name.
Yeah, exactly.
I love, like, the crazy batshit commitment.
If he was called the Foolkiller, and he said it like once, and then the rest of the issue he wasn't really doing anything.
He was a bit like just like a discount rate Punisher.
But his whole purpose of his life is killing fools.
He lives the fool killing life. He's dedicated his life to the murder of fools, and you had to admire that level of commitment. I don't think I've loved anything as much as he loves killing fools.
No,
and it's such a random definition of the word fool as well, which is great. I really want to see Jessica Jones season 3. That's the only reason I'm going to watch it.
It's never going to be this level though. They're gonna make it scary, creepy.
I wasn't disappointed by Bushmaster. Like, Bushmaster was cool, but he wasn't like a snake man. But it was still like, this is compelling.
I hated Bushmaster
in Luke Cage season 2.
Yeah. Oh no, season 2. Sorry,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about.
I'm sorry, comparing like the comic version, which is like this big snake dude.
No, I thought you were talking about. I haven't watched season 2.
It's actually not that bad.
I thought you were talking about the other guy.
Fucking end of season 1 dude.
Yeah.
That guy sucks, and we won't talk about him.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Fuck.
It's like Diamondback.
Diamondback, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, yeah, Diamondback.
Yeah.
They're all snakes, aren't they?
Why are they all snakes?
I don't know, it's just a thing.
Yeah, Cottonmouth, who was actually really good.
Yeah, Cottonmouth was great.
He's kind of overcast a little bit, which makes it great because Mahershala Ali is too good.
Well, no, it's great because you can watch those first 6 episodes and then just stop.
Yeah, you can just forget about the second half of it.
Anyway, so Foolkiller's an A.
He's an A.
And hopefully we'll get up to an A+ at some point, and we're a little
I'm
bullshit
surprised
corner.
If you top the Foolkiller, I'll be greatly entertained. But yeah, that's the end of the Weird Little Bullshit Corner. I'm going to come back into the censored room now, because the corner's no longer got weird bullshit in it. We got all that out. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I had no idea what was going to happen. But there we go. As always, please do all the podcast stuff where you show how much you like us by doing all the things like subscribing and
Reviewing
listening.
and shit.
Yeah, listening to more. Sending us more, like, emails. Like, we love your emails. You always send them, right? Right? You'll figure it out. And yeah, please go about your lives weirder and less full of bullshit. Get out of the corner. Out of the corner now.